Well, hello, I'm Rebecca McLean, and welcome to Women of Color Money and Legacy, where I talk money matters. I share strategies to empower us to become financially literate in terms of managing our money wisely, building generational wealth, financial freedom, and creating a lasting legacy. It is a journey of learning and growing together. I'd like to give a shout out to all of our new subscribers. As always, I'm so delighted to have you part of this community. And if you're just out there watching, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you really enjoy hanging out with us. Okay, so let's get started. Today, I'm going to talk to you about believing, because your financial success is hinged upon your belief. You get what you believe. If you have a dream that you will create financial success for you and your family, this message is for you. Now, have you ever had a dream that you were afraid to share with other people close to you for fear that they would think that you lost your mind? It's not that they didn't love you or want the best for you. They simply didn't believe to that extent. A dream such as retiring within the next 10 years or at a certain age, owning a multi-million-dollar business, owning rental property, purchasing your dream home or car with cash, becoming a stock market millionaire. And some people close to you might not be able to believe that for you. That's why it's important that you run your own race, which demands trusting in yourself even when others don't. Your financial success is hinged upon what you believe. When I told one of my close friends that I was quitting my corporate job to start my own business, he tried to talk me out of it. Why would I give up such a good paying job with a pension, 100% match 401k, and the best health benefits for something that risky? The truth of the matter is most people would have stayed put, but I just believed and I was determined, so I took that leap. And I want to share with you 10 rules for running your own race from believing to achieving. Rule number 1, not surprising, is to believe in yourself. Trust yourself even when others don't. When others are doubtful, let that serve as your motivation and courage. I'm not saying that by believing in yourself, you won't have challenges or setbacks. You can overcome those things. What you don't want to do is look back over your life with regrets about what ifs, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Life possesses risks at all levels, but you have to take calculated risks and step out of your comfort zone if you're going to excel beyond the status quo. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is understand your value. You need to know what you bring to the table. Understand what your skills are and how they match up with others. Are they comparable? Do they exceed others in your area of expertise? When you know your value, you can negotiate your terms. Why am I earning less? Why did they get the promotion? How is it that that person broke the line? Not only do you get what you believe, but you also get what you negotiate. So understand your value. And rule number 3, take concerted action. Faith without works is dead. You can't just have an intention. Don't say you want something and not put any action behind your intention. If you want to be the best at something, you have got to put in the time and effort. You have to keep your nose to the grind while other people are just drifting. It's not enough to have a vision, but you must also put consistent action behind the vision in order for it to become a reality. That action cannot be half-hearted either, but it must be consistent. Not saying that you can't have fun and enjoy life. I'm not saying that. But it has to be balanced with consistency in order to achieve the outcome that you desire. It all boils down to how bad do you want it. And rule number 4 is to believe for something big. Believe for something that's generational that you can pass on to others when you're gone. You should be pursuing something big, bold, not just the status quo. Don't just believe in a job or just having a roof over your head or transportation. It doesn't take a lot of belief for that. Believe for that dream job, that dream business, that dream house or cause that will make a big impact upon your family or the world. And most people don't dream big because they are bound by their deficiencies in the past, what they didn't have. Parents and teachers who told them what they couldn't do rather than champion them to unlimited possibilities. Don't forget the past, just don't be bound by it. Use your past to harness the drive into the future to take hold of what you want to possess or to become. Rule number 5, be committed. You must be willing to make a commitment to your belief. You can't be just hot and cold, but you have to be all in. Do what needs to be done to get to where you want to go. Let's say that you want to build your dream house, but at the moment you can't afford it. You don't have the money for a down payment and your credit is shot. You can do one of two things. You can give up on that dream and settle for something less and inconvenience someone else into co-signing with you, or you can come up with a plan to get that dream house. So you say to yourself, what can I do to increase my income? How much do I need to save for that down payment? What is my plan to pay off my debt and repair my credit so that I can afford the house without a co-signer? How much time is it going to realistically take? 5 years, 7 years? And this is where commitment is so important, because when you are believing for something big, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a big sacrifice. And this is where most people will abandon ship, because most people don't want to sacrifice. We live in a microwave society where everybody wants everything right now. We want the easy form. The long form is just too complicated. You've got to demonstrate to yourself what your priorities are. Now, you might have to forego a vacation or two, or plan some fun items close to home that doesn't cost a lot of money. Shopping will need to be relegated to the bare necessities. Not saying that you can't splurge from time to time. It has to be a conscious effort that shows that you are dedicated to this particular cause or endeavor. And once it's done, you can invite everyone over and show them what you have been striving towards.
Do you find this video interesting so far? Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Rule number 6 is to ignite your inner drive. You need access to information. Look around at the people who already possess what and where you desire to be or have. Ask yourself, how did they get there? Did they inherit it? Was it passed down to them? Oftentimes, being exposed to another level will create a hunger and thirst in you to believe in something bigger than you previously thought possible. You might not have an inheritance, but that in and of itself can hearken you to place a stake in the ground and say, I'm going to start a legacy of wealth in my family for generations to come. And that could be investing in real estate, the stock market, getting your education, owning a business, or whatever the case may be. Find a drive that will set an internal fire inside of you that will help you reach some of your goals. Something big enough and lasting that will make an impact. Now, number 7, be curious. By all means, read, learn, grow, ask questions. Don't stop being curious. We live in a digital society where you can read newspapers, business journals, take courses, you name it, right at your fingertips. So no excuses. And you don't need to go to the library to read the Wall Street Journal. Just turn on your computer. Curiosity can introduce you to a whole new world of things and places that you didn't even know existed. Possibilities. It will drive you to figure out a way to get to that place. If there's something that you don't know or understand, just ask somebody. Find a mentor or an expert that will be willing to answer questions and help you understand what you're dealing with, plan properly, and make the best decisions to get the right outcome. And certain people can help you to navigate this terrain. Ask questions like, why this and not that? What is the best time for this or that? I love to watch live streaming platforms like Facebook and YouTube. A lot of times you can ask questions and get answers from people. You can check out biographies of people who have been there and done that. So by all means, please stay curious. Rule number 8, become an expert. For people who are trying to succeed in business or your career, you must have a desire to become great at what you do. Don't start a business if you don't have a desire to be great. You can't strive for mediocrity like, well, I'll give it a try and we'll see what happens. If you're going to start a business, you need to be able to grasp the basic concepts of business and be great at it. At least be knowledgeable. Know about inventory and quality control, cash flow and marketing. You have to put into practice what you learn. Practice, practice, and more practice. If you dedicate 10,000 hours to a subject, you become an expert at it. It can be done over a short span of years, depending upon the amount of time that you're willing to invest on a daily or weekly basis. If you're going to expedite that time it takes to become an expert, you have to make sacrifices. This is the structure that you need to create. It's a blueprint that will also help you later on to train and build others to help them to realize their dreams. Rule number 9 is to just hunker down. Figure out how to get from point A to point B. Here's where I am, and there's where I want to be. And what is the process to get to point B? Just because you believe in something doesn't mean the process is going to be quick and easy. I keep saying that. You've got to hunker down and be determined to push through the challenges, because there will be challenges. Learn from these challenges as you come up with answers to resolve the problems as they fit your specific situation. And lastly, rule number 10 is to celebrate your success. Each success along the way, celebrate. Be proud of the level of grit, effort, and energy you put forth that manifested the outcome you set out to achieve. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." So there you have it. 10 rules for running your own race from believing to achieving. And as I close, the point I want to ponder is this. The point I want you to ponder is this. Nothing is impossible for those who believe. I hope this information has been helpful. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to share your comments below. Subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you are notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to sharing another episode of Women of Color, Money and Legacy next week. Take care and bye for now.